Hey, Christ, what you doing?
I'm fasting, Bernie.
You know, if you were to endorse me for leader of the free world, everyone could be fasting all the time. It's true.
Believe me, I know.
Jesus, I'd like you to think about joining me. We can spread matching uniforms and crippling taxes across the world.
You mean stealing?
Democratic stealing.
So stealing.
No democratic socialism!
Well, that was a very charming piece of media. Andy, I think you found that for us. Could you tell us what we just watched?
Yeah, I saw Alex Jones was on that particular episode of Steven Crowder, and he had some weird gobbledygook about like dialectics and stuff that just made no sense. And but that was at the beginning of the episode. They decided to do this sketch for some reason, and I don't even know why.
Look, sometimes you're cooking. You've got a lot of good stuff going on, but the recipe isn't quite popping the way that it should. And, you're like, all right, we've got Alex Jones in here. That's a good start. What we really don't have yet is some over-the-top anti-Semitism. So is there any way we can get a little bit of that?
Wait, yeah, we gotta watch a little more at some point, because they get aggressive with the anti-Semitism in a way I didn't know that he trafficked in that kind of anti-Semitism.
Did he just seamlessly transfer, go from Bernie into Gilbert Godfrey?
Yeah,
that was a Gilbert All
yes.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Steven Crowder's level of comedy is so weirdly frozen. 2 decades ago. It's truly strange.
He wasn't even alive whenever some of these jokes were funny.
Exactly.
I think it's interesting to see the gravitational pull that old people have around conservatives content. You know what I mean? Because that's probably who either I get, and there's this huge gap of who's going to consume this content when we talked about people like Tate, right? So it's 12-year-old, 12 to 14, and then 50 and above. So I think to a lot of this stuff. So if anyone in the middle is who is this appealing to? And then you're like, oh, yeah. I want to wait. Where is this? I'll get it queued up. But
everybody's either pre or post sexually active. That's the demo.
I feel like Steven Crowder. Okay, go ahead. You got to play it.
Let's see, where is this?
Matching uniforms and crippling taxes across the world.
You mean stealing?
Democratic stealing.
So stealing.
No democratic socialism!
I'm okay. I'm gonna go back to fasting.
What if I were to give you free health care?
Free healthcare? Really?
Yes! Except you'd have to pay for it.
I'm not interested in any way, shape, or form.
I could interest you in an assortment of dreidel!
Okay, pause.
What the?
I wanted people to see the dreidel moment, because
Holy moly.
Is there a way that we could think of that joke as not anti? I guess. Okay.
Yeah. What is the joke if that's not it?
Exactly.
What is
exactly? But it's weird, because it's wait, hold on. I thought we were doing a joke about how bad socialism is, and we're not gonna have anything to eat, and then out of nowhere it's dreidels, right? It's all right. It's jarring.
Yeah. Should we play a little? I think that's the worst moment.
I mean, just I want to pause in this image for just a second, right?
It's a beautiful image.
This is just okay, so we've got Bernie here in the classic 1940s movie kind of devil outfit, with
two horns.
Yes, complete with the devil horns, but he's got the the red shirt and the black jacket like the devil likes to do, and he's also hunched over like a cartoon from Der Spiegel in 1938.
Mm-hmm.
That's and literally counting something out, except what he's counting is dreidels.
Yeah, and I mean, I even forget about the horns as the Jewish, the Jew horn being part of the image, the anti-Semitic imagery, right? It doesn't get that much more classic than that.
What's absolutely incredible too about this video is if you keep watching it, Alex Jones has to go on there and be like, okay, folks, you see, Nazis were bad, okay? It actually has to make this argument.
I didn't know that the context of him making the Nazis are bad argument is, you know, a cold open with the most disgusting anti-Semitic.
No, well,
I didn't realize.
You're talking about the Kanye thing.
Yeah, no, he comes on to speak about the Kanye thing
In this video. Like,
Right,
he's on this episode.
In this video, he says for the record.
I mean, you can see right there in the title, exclusive, Alex Jones.
Right.
Yeah, so he comes on and he's like, I'm not a Nazi.
Let me be clear, I don't like Nazis. I don't.
Because I just saw a headline that Crowder said, you know, that, like, to be fair, there is an issue of people in Hollywood with Jewish last names, like harassing people, you know, which is like the,
what he said, that they're like exploiting people and whatever. And then but what he said was, no, you're misrepresenting me. I'm not saying this is, you know, what I'm saying is there's a problem with secular humanists with Jewish surnames.
That's what it is.
That was the phrase, the secular humanists with Jewish surnames, which
because
is I love that. That's better.
Well,
I'm not talking about Jews. I'm talking about the godless cosmopolitan ones.
Exactly. He's making this move, which I think he's in his head. He's like, I can still be with the Ben Shapiro's of the world and say religious Jews are okay, but
which is what Hitler started off doing.
Yeah.
Like literally, like he started off going like, no. I'm not saying all Jews are bad. It's those over there, the cosmopolitan ones.
And
those was the word he was using too.
Yeah. Should we see a little bit where this goes? Okay.
Look, I've had enough. I don't want any of your stuff.
What's the persnickety Jew I see? Do you like free?
I was confused by what. Sorry, but I was confused by what that was going for.
You know, okay. Can I just like, obviously this is total Nazi crap, like everything that Steven Crowder does is. But I also get the feeling, like I've seen this. I remember in like high school and just like, you know, growing up seeing this is like a guy who's basically like a theater guy or he's like an actor or something, and he's really he's bombing. You know, I've seen this in open mic nights where a guy's bombing and you're just trying to get something from the crowd, so you're like. You start yelling or like you do your Gilbert Godfrey accent.
I mean the classic instance of this is Michael Richards, right? Like when he's doing the you know, he starts like screaming like racist shit at the heck, like really over the top racist shit at the heckler. Which is always one of my all-time favorite Chappelle things where Chappelle says, you know, that it was like really interesting for him to watch that because he was like, look, there's part of me as a black man that, you know, really didn't like seeing that, but there's also part of me that's comedian. It was like, ooh, Kramer's having a bad set. It's okay, Kramer, you'll get through this.
Yeah, you gotta feel for a guy who's having a hard time in your business, you know. But yeah, I really get that feeling of a guy who he can feel that what he's doing is not gonna work and maybe not working. So it's like you're just like, you know what I mean? Like that's the feeling I get.
I had a similar just technical critique of the straight man character, which I guess Jesus is like the rational one. It's really weak. It feels like you're like your fraternity in college is putting on a sketch show and they have some random frat brother out who has very little acting experience and he's just like, I don't know, man, I already told you I don't want what you're selling. I'm not interested in this Jewish stuff. Like he's so dry and like it's like someone told him like the straight man just has no emotion. Just
do they have to tell him to stop looking into the camera?
Do you think they threw in the "you're quite the persnickety Jew" because, like, at some level, at some stage of development of this, they were looking over what they had so far. They were like, he's hunched over with devil horns, like doing this with like dreidels. should we like reel this back a little bit? Like this, is this too much? And they're like, well, how about if he says something about Jesus being a
Yes.
Jew, and then there's no, then it's not going to be a Jew thing. Then it'll be okay.
Right. That's
Right.
two Jews having a conversation. What's anti-Semitic? It's passing the Bechdel test of Jews. I don't.
Yeah.
Do you like
Let's
free
see.
speech?
Very much so. It's
We're
great.
fresh out, but we do have some of these.
I don't get this joke actually.
I can do this all day.
Did you? It's not a Jew thing, is it? Like Jewish summer camp?
I don't think it's a Jew thing, but I also don't think that there's
I was doing like prop comedy.
Downtown races do this song, do
Yeah.
What about free
This
healthcare?
literally just feels
gonna-
like improv that went wrong.
Yes,
Jesus,
absolutely.
one more thing. You're truly God's son, and I'm not saying you are not. Then jump down from this mountain. Surely the angels will. Oh, my
Also, that guy, the guy who plays Jesus, is his like producer. Is one of his producers, and he's always. I think he's actually like by trade. He's like an editor, and he does the live like broadcast stuff. And I wonder if he believes any of the stuff, or they're just like, "Hey, we need you for a sketch. Say these things." And this guy's pretty young, and maybe a decade from now, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I was in a deeply anti-Semitic sketch that I maybe didn't totally understand because I'm an editor and not somebody who knows."
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like 5 years after he's like the last time he worked for Steven Crowder, he'll just be thinking back to it one day and he'll be like, wait a second. You have been watching free public content from Give Them an Argument. To access every single episode of the show, the main show on Monday nights, all of the streams, all of the debate breakdowns, all of the patron-exclusive postgames on Monday nights, all of the patron-exclusive bonus episodes every week, and much, much more, go to patreon.com/Ben Burgis. I cannot resist ending this with, don't be foolish.